Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be finishing off Tic Tac Toe. Today we will be doing the CPU function. And the first thing we'll have to do is make the function. This function will be called autoplay. And after we have the name autoplay, we can then start making it. But first, we need to go to the play game, active player 1, and have the autoplay inside. But because the autoplay is a CPU and this code has continued running right after active player, and since active player does 5 turns, the CPU wants to do 5 turns, so we're not going to let the CPU do that. We're going to add a if statement surrounding the autoplay, and in this if statement we'll have player 1 dot size, how big is inside of it, is less than A, and close it off. And we're going to create the variable for A. This variable is going to be equal to 5. After we do that, we are then going to go into the autoplay and write the code. So first thing we're going to do is create a variable. This variable will be named empty cells. This is an array for the CPU. We are also going to have a for loop, which will do commands to help run the CPU cell ID. This CPU will pick a spot randomly that doesn't contain anything from player 1 or player 2, and it will walk. So we'll have the cell ID in 1.9, and we will write the code. Inside this, we'll have a if statement with an exclamation mark showing that if it does not. So if player 1 dot contains cell ID, or player 2 dot contains cell ID, then it can run the code inside of it, which will be empty cells dot add cell ID. So this will randomize the cell ID, which cell ID is going to use, and then if player 1 does not contain cell ID that it randomized, or player 2 does not contain it, then it will add it to the empty cell. Then after that, we're going to have 4 variables. First one will be named R, and this will equal into random. Next one will be rand index, and this will use the R variable to make a randomizer for what spot they want to choose. Since we had this for loop that runs multiple times to find what empty cells is open, this right here will pick one of those empty cells. So we'll have a next int, and in the next int we'll have empty cells, which will randomize it dot size. After that, we'll have another variable called cell ID, and this variable will equal empty cells ran index. After that, we'll have a var that contains the BU selected. And this will be a button and it will be nullable. We'll have the BU selected equal a when function. And the when function will show the cell ID it equals. And if the cell ID equals 1, then it will be B1. And then we can copy that all the way down to B9. After we have that, we can then change all the numbers. And change all the numbers. And you can see why is the when solution red? Well, it's red because with the nullable it needs an else. Meaning if none of these conditions are true, it will equal that. Whatever inside the else. And inside the else function, we'll put B1. Then I'm going to re-loop it back into the play game. After we have the cell ID and the BU selected, we can now run it. And why we put on play game and not to player 2? It's because when we put on play game, after it has an autoplay run, it will rerun the code without going into player 2 and having 3 people play. It will only have 2, the CPU and player 1. And after that, we can have after that, we have a code that will minimize the times the CPU can play. Because if we just leave the CPU open and the game is full, but the CPU's code is open and it has to run again, there's no empty spaces, so the for loop is just going to crash the whole program. With this, we can say if player1.size is less than 8, and it will have autoplay. That means only autoplay can have 4 tones, and player 1 can only have 5. So this is why we're doing this. If we don't, it will crash. Next thing we'll do is run the program. Now that's running, you can see how it turns out. See if player 1 went tone, the CPU will play, and then it will continue doing it. Player 1 wins, and you can continue playing over and over again. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, give it a like. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments and I'll try to answer it. Bye.